Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. As I've said before on here many times, the fines that people have been getting around the world due to lockdowns, a lot of them are illegal because they violate people's human rights, like freedom of movement, your inalienable human rights. And we've seen that fines in UK and Australia and Canada have been waived on many occasions, but this doesn't usually happen until months and months after the fines were given, and unfortunately some people pay the fine. Many don't, but some do. And here is another example of this corruption coming to light. It says here in the Insider, Spain is reimbursing residents who were fined for violating COVID-19 lockdown rules. Spain was one of the first countries to go into a national lockdown in March 2020. Now the country is reimbursing residents who were fined for violating the initial lockdown. It says here, Spanish citizens who were fined for violating a nearly 3-month lockdown last spring will be reimbursed. In the announcement, the Ministry of Territorial Affairs said the measure would apply to 1.1 million fines that were issued to hundreds of thousands of people for violating stay-at-home orders that began in March 2020, the New York Times reported. Not every fine that was issued has been paid. Spain said it collected around 115 million euros in fines as of July. And here's the crucial part here. The decision to reimburse the fines that were paid came after a July ruling by Spain's Constitutional Court that said the government had overstepped its powers and violated freedom of movement rights. So the government have been breaking the law, and they know they are. So much of what is going on at the moment is bullying, scare tactics, bluffing, because so much of what they're doing is against your human rights. So many countries are violating people's inalienable human rights, such as the right to protest, freedom of movement, freedom of speech, right to operate a business, the right to earn a living. So many of these are being broken, and the people, they need to unite and stand up to these illegal proceedings. Don't comply. Don't accept it. So, this story from Spain, 1.1 million separate fines were issued to hundreds of thousands of people for violating stay-at-home orders. That's a lot of fines that they've got to reimburse. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the crowd,